Today on the Box Break podcast, I'm going to give my thoughts on PSA being bought out by Nat Turner. And we're going to break another box of Vivid Voltage, this time searching for Rainbow Pikachu. Now let's get right into it on the Box Break podcast.
What is up and what is good and what is going on? You are watching / listening to the fastest growing financial podcast based on cardboard pictures of cartoons. So today is Monday, November the 11th, 2020. And normally on the Box Break podcast, we have things that were ready to be talked about in advance, I think, and I know stuff is going to be, talked about and like what it's going to be, and I have a storyboard. Today, that's out the window. Today, that is out the window entirely because there is humongous news in the collectible, investable universe, and in particularly in the graded card world. So for those who have not heard, Collectors Universe, which is the parent company of PSA, is being sold to an investor group led by entrepreneur and sports car collector Nat Turner for about $700 million. So for those who, think that cards are under or overpriced, well, the whole company is worth about $700 million. If you have a few laying around, maybe you have $1 billion laying around, you might want to try, hey, you want to make some money. Anyway, so why does that matter, right? Why does that matter? Why does it matter that PSA, the company that is the most trusted for the most part in Pokemon cards, why is it important that those have been sold, that company has been sold to this group that is led by, as well, Steve Cohen, who is the owner of the New York Mets, a local team of mine, my favorite baseball team for sure. And, you wonder if there's going to be any connection. I'm going to go to Citi Field, and there's going to be a bunch of PSA graded Mets cards everywhere. The market's going to be flooded, right? Nah, but I digress, right? So I'm going to get into what I think is going to happen to that and why it's important. But while we do that, this is, of course, the Box Break podcast. The word Box Break is that we will always be opening up packs of trading cards for a endorsee, and that person today, the sponsor of this video, is Victor. And you may or may not remember Victor from the Vivid Voltage Elite Trainer box where he opened up really, really well. So, getting right into it, as we looked and hopefully pull the Rainbow Pikachu, which has eluded us so far, right? We hope to see the Great Rainbow Pikachu. So, PSA, bought by Steve Cohen, bought by Nat Turner, now Nat Turner is a well-known investor in trading cards, in sports cards. He's known. And a lot of people are having problems with it, and I could understand why. It's kind of, let's just say it's a little sus. Now, the reason why it's sus is if somebody is already profiting and investing in these collectible cards, now he owns the company that does the grading. So it's like, it seems, now, of course, this goes into the realm of conspiracy theory. This goes into the realm of tinfoil hat. But it's also worth noting that this guy, he's big in the industry, and he's going to be, and he owns the card. Like, he owns the company that does the grading. That's a little scary to me. Personally, if you ask me, I don't necessarily know how much I like it, but I do appreciate a free market. As we get our first amazing rare in the box, it is a Zacian. I really love these things. I'm really excited. I have a few out for grading that were in some of the earlier videos. Very excited to get them back. I think these things are really cool. But I want to continue along where I'm not going to go too nuts in the polls because this PSA topic, it's kind of crazy, is that I appreciate the fact that somebody was able to make enough money to buy a company like PSA. And, but the fact that he is such a player in the game, it's like I wouldn't want, let's say use a baseball reference here in lieu of Steve Cohen owning PSA now in part, is that I wouldn't want all the baseball players to own, to be the ones directly paying the umpires. It would be a little bit, it's a little inside here, and I'm not, I'm a little skeptical about it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say the sky is falling. I'm not going to sit here and say that go out and sell all of your graded cards. They're all going to be worthless in a minute, But I do think that the concerns that somebody with as much skin in the game that he has, as Nat Turner has, right? I think that it is a worthwhile concern. Now, something that we're not hearing, because people are, as I get a Genesect hollow, right? As people are talking about the fact that it was who bought it, they're not talking about the question that it was bought. Now, before this, PSA was a publicly traded company. And they are now once again, Collectors Universe, they own PSA, Collectors Universe. They are owned by the public, which means that you could have bought stock in Collectors Universe, which I know some people have been talking about doing, but I think that might have been the reason why Nat Turner, because you realize that people would say, hey, if everyone's going to this company to grade, why don't I just, own the company, as we got a hit in the back of this pack? So to me, I think that as an Aegislash V Max is our full art V Max card there. I think that that's a pretty big deal. Now, I personally, not to get too political, but I personally like private companies in general more than publicly traded companies, because I think that publicly traded companies have to do whatever it takes for these year-over-year reports. The only thing that a publicly traded company cares about is that bottom line year over year. And every year, they need to show that not only did they make money, but they made a percentage more than last year. And that's why you see companies like Wizards of the Coast went from the company they used to be to now they have all these flashy stuff and collectibles. It's because they're trying to keep up with Ultimate Masters from just 2 years ago. Next year, they're going to do even crazier stuff, because year over year over year, they have to maintain a level of profitability as a Galarian Darmanitan V is pulled, right? So year over year, they have to show that they're increasing their revenues. Whereas a private company has a more, because there's less people's money on the line. They're not, no one's retirement money is locked into their company. They're allowed to work under their own business. A private company can just be your local mom and pop shop, but they're just large. They're a very large mom and pop shop. So when it's not a publicly traded company, and this is a positive for the sale, they can just operate under however they see fit, and that could be for better long-term growth, which personally, now, I'm not going to say my philosophy is right or wrong, it's just what I like. On this channel, I talk about sustainability all the time, and I think it's more important for a company to show that over the long run, they can be quite profitable, right? As a Terrakion there, hollow. I'm going to start going through the packs a little quicker, as we have yet to hit our full art, our crazy card. I guess we have the Aegislash, but I mean our secret rare, right? When I see a white code, I'm going to do the card trick. Otherwise, I will be just opening the packs regularly, and if there's an amazing rare, that'll be great. So I think the fact that they're now a... Ooh, nice Snorlax there. They're not... Now the fact that they're a private company could work well, because they could do better investing and infrastructure for the company. We all know that PSA, they have to do something about the fact that their grading is taking so long, right? And it really is taking too long. Where's the hollow? Oh, it's a hollow Vaporeon. I was like, where's the hollow? Reverse rare, right? I realize that they have to. Their grading times, they're taking forever, man. Like if you I sent out a card back in May that it is just now getting ready to be graded, and that I'm not going to say it's unacceptable, because I like the fact that they're going to do a good job with it, and the fact that if I wanted to, I can't break open a PSA slab with my bare hands. If you have not seen the video from last week, by the way, please be sure to check it out. I did a video on CGC slabs, which, CGC, the grading company, and their slabs, and that I was able to break open one of their slabs with just my bare hands. And the video did some traction on Reddit. I see you out there, Reddit. I see the people saying I got a face for radio. You all know I'm beautiful, right? And I think that the fact that PSA doesn't have those problems makes them a much better company in the long run. So, to me, this is a good and a bad thing, not to be super neutral. I think it is. I do like also the fact that somebody who loves the hobby owns the company, and it's not just somebody who's just putting it into his investment portfolio and is like, okay, well, let's see if this company can make me this on my escrow every year, 5/540 KB XYZ taco. You know, as long as someone who's actually showing that they like the thing, they own it, I appreciate that, because I think there are some major corporations out there that are, they're run by people who could care less. They just know how to manage people. So I like to know that PSA is being owned by someone who actually cares about collectibles. I think that's great. But in terms of a personal level, and I don't want to be accusatory, I don't know Nat Turner from a hole in the wall, right? I'd be happy to come and talk to him. I would hope so. But I don't know him well enough to say, oh, he's going to ruin it. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But because he's going to be inside, he's going to buy and sell. Like, people were like, oh, he's going to buy all the PSA 6s and regrade them for 10s. I'd be like, well, that would mean that his company would lose all of its, credibility, and then his investment wouldn't be worth anything because people would stop going to PSA. The reason PSA is a good purchase as a company now, and people were talking about, hey, you should probably buy these stocks when the stock was available for the public market. I think that's something nice in the back of this pack. So let's see as we pull. It is a full art B trainer card. Very nice there, right? He's not gonna demolish his company. Okay, he's not gonna sit here and he's not gonna do shady stuff, and then PSA loses all of its credibility, and then it goes down to zero. He's not gonna just he didn't buy it to sabotage. At least I don't think he did. I mean, maybe he's a lunatic and he's like, down with the world, and he bought out a company just so he could put it into the proverbial toilet bowl. But I don't think that's what he did. And with that in mind, I think that having someone at the head of the company who knows the business, maybe he doesn't know the full business, but he knows the business of graded cards. Maybe he could come in and he could inject some of the capital with the Cohen Group. And let me tell you that the Cohen Group, they just bought the New York Mets. And I think they got a great deal on the New York Mets. If I had the money, I would have bought the New York Mets. I don't have anything close to that type of money. But I think that he got a good deal on that. I think Steve Cohen has a reasonable head on his shoulders from what I've heard. Again, I don't know the guy. But I think it's cool to know that someone who understands the hobby owns the company now. I don't think that's a bad thing. I understand, and I can definitely sympathize with the people who are worried. I'm not going to tell you I'm not. It's a little bit suspect that somebody who he could do inside stuff. But if he just invested and he just risked $700 million, really, I would like to believe. He's got a Charizard card here in the back, more exciting than the Sheninja reverse card. And I think that I think in the long run, this is probably a net positive for PSA, for collectibles, right? I think that being a private company, these public companies, man, let me tell you something. When it comes to a public company, there's no way to say this without just giving biases and thoughts. A public company, you see it with WotC, it means for $15 they're going to beat you to death with a pool cue. They'll do whatever it takes to make sure their bottom line is 7% better than it was last year. And that's all that's going to matter. As we get a I haven't seen this card yet. Very nice. Galarian Sirfetch'd V. Hello, Galarian Sirfetch'd. I love Sirfetch'd. Of the newer Pokemon from after the first 2-3 generations, Sirfetch'd is definitely up there for me. Still no reverse. Still no secret rare. I am looking forward to seeing it. Still only one amazing. I've had basically 2 amazings in every box now, and I think that is the trend that will stick. So I'm expecting to get one more. I have yet. I've pulled, I think, everyone on the channel. The only one I don't have personally is the white code there. Is the what is it? The Jirachi. I don't have Jirachi. I have a lot of Celebes, and I'm actually happy about that. I like Celebi more than those other ones. Although Raikou is pretty cool too. Just I'm not worried about the value of that. So this isn't like anything crazy with that. All right, so now we got another full. It is a Steelix V. Nice there, nice there. Let me tell you though, him owning this company, it's going to change things though. And there's going to be some people who are so skeptical and they might move out. They might move some out. But that also means there's going to be people who move in, and people are like, oh, are my stuff going to go down? Like, are my cards going to be worthless because now this guy owns all of this and all of that? It's like, well, I just say this. If you're not in this for the long haul, you're doing it wrong. Just sell all your cards, put all your money into a savings account, and put yourself in the ground like a carrot and hope you grow. That's what I'll tell you right there. And that's what you're hoping for, and just expect just be super safe as possible. Getting into trading card investing, it is, some say it's boring. I think it's a wild, exciting rise. We get a Don fan there. Throwback to the Build and Battle Kit videos where I've opened up 100,000 Don fans, right? But to me, stay the course. Just get the cards you want. If you need them to play, get them. Don't spend money you don't need on cards. Nothing changed because now Nat Turner owns this. Don't panic. The only people who get hurt on a roller coaster are the ones who jump off. Dave Ramsey says that all the time as we are down to our last 8 packs here. Don't go selling off your collections. Don't run to the hills. The sky is not falling. You will be fine by just keeping your cards that you have for investments, moving the ones that you feel that you want to move on from. Maybe you've already doubled your money. Maybe you've already tripled. Continue to move along and do that. And there we go. So our second amazing rare is a Jirachi, and this is a nice copy of Jirachi. Wow. Look at the centering. That's a very, very nice copy. Maybe a little off from here to there, but this is one of the more expensive cards. I think this is a very good Pokemon in the game, which makes it good. So let's slip that right in there and get that going. So we are now just looking for what our secret rare will be. Will we get the Pikachu in the close in these last 6 packs of Vivid Voltage? I really love this set. And, today coming in, I was like, what am I going to talk about? Because it's like, we don't have many new sets for a while. And it's something that is interesting because usually there's 1,000 things coming out. There's 1,000 things to talk about. But then PSA has this bomb dropped, and we just see, and the whole entire industry is shaken to its core. It's very interesting. So I'm hoping to get your guys' comments in the comments below. And also, please be sure, give the video a like if you're enjoying the content. I didn't have a video on Friday. I was a little turkeyed out, but it's all right. This show comes out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we got a hit in the back, and it is a Drapion V. This show comes out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. We talk cards. And also, on top of that, right after you're done watching this video, you should head over to twitch.tv/darkvulpin1. There's a reasonable chance I'll be streaming. Now, sometimes I'll be doing cardboard-related stuff. I guess I did say I was going to just go quicker on that. That I'll be doing cardboard stuff. But a lot of times I'm just playing games, hanging out with friends, talking a lot of trash, and just come by, hang out, say hi. Always hanging out. And I'm excited to see this channel's growth. Last pack here of Vivid Voltage. So we have not hit a secret rare in this box. There is a good chance that this is a secret rare. So I'm going to need everyone who's still here to smash like now on the video. Give me a like and let's get the energy so we can pull out a secret rare from the Vivid Voltage. All right, checking the code in the back. It is, as expected, a white code. This is fun. We have no secret rares yet. 4 cards on the card trick. Coming over. Checking the edges. It is a full art. Okay. Drum roll in the chat. For my Premier gang, let me know if you're still here. We'll see what's up as we get to the back of the pack. Our reverse is a Mightyena. And the last card in the pack is... It is a Pikachu VMAX in the close. A Pikachu right in the last pack. Let's go. How about that? You love to see it in the chat. Let me know if you're hyped for Pikachu. It is not the rainbow one. There was no secret rare in the box. But we got ourselves another Pikachu. So, with that said... I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think about Nat Turner owning PSA, about Steve Cohen owning PSA. Do you care? Does it matter to you? Just chime in. I'm interested always. I read all the comments. I'm excited to see what people think. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll catch you later.